Let's start out with the question: why is it important for schools to teach STEM in particular, as opposed to science, technology, education, and math separately?
Okay, so actually, when we think about the history of science, science started as a philosophy. If we go back to the years of Aristotle and Socrates, there were philosophers who also taught science, and the separation started. I think 100 years ago, and more we understand that this type of separation of biology, teaching only biology and then only chemistry and only physics, is something that causes students to think that there are different atoms, in physics atoms, and different atoms in biology and chemistry, and they do not do the connections as scientists see things, because we do want to teach our students to think in a large way and not be too much oriented specifically to one thing and think that this is the only thing that relates. There's a lot of things about science that we do not know, and one of our mistakes is teaching science as if it's the Bible, that Moses came down from Sinai and these are the equations and this is how you need to answer the question. If you answer it incorrectly, you get points deducted. But no, there's so many territories in science that we still don't know about. And once the students understand this, many of them see it as their future, and there's a scope of things that they can investigate on their own and maybe find it. So this is the approach that we teach our engineers, our scientists, to take on and teach our students, hopefully future scientists. So this is very exciting for us, but it's not easy. We have our challenges also.
Great, and that's exactly what I was going to ask next. You anticipate me perfectly. What are the major challenges you've noticed as schools transition from previous methods of teaching into a STEM orientation?
To teach STEM, science, and when we talk about science, it's physics, it's chemistry, it's biology, it's earth science, environmental sciences. We talk about technology, advanced technologies, and engineering, and there's all sorts of different niches in engineering, and mathematics. So one person has to be very proficient on all these topics, and it's very difficult. What we do teach is teaching methods, interactive and hands-on, a lot of laboratory, inquiry-based learning, how to make students excited, connect. What I do mostly in our faculty is in advanced technologies, how to use advanced technologies to excite students, do the videos, flipped classroom. So this is what we do here. So I started to talk about challenges. So one of the challenges is having a student who is great in physics starting to learn all about biology and chemistry from start as a student, actually. So this is one of the things. The school has to provide a lot of support, resources, manpower, people that will help the teacher do the laboratory work. And in Israel, I don't know how it is in the US, but in Israel, we don't have enough money anyways to do all the things that we would like to do.
One last question. As we discussed, the Technion is working with us on a wonderful project and collaboration of a Rube Goldberg competition. And it was inspired by a wonderful, a really, truly amazing viral video that came out last year for Pesach of the Technion students making a Rube Goldberg contraption. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about the story behind that video.
Okay, so actually I'm from the Faculty of Education in Science and Technology, and the people who initiated this wonderful project are people from the mechanical engineering. So the Technion is a very big place, and you're, of course, welcome. Everyone is welcome to visit us. We have a great visiting center and the history of the Technion, etc. But I know the people who worked on it, and this is a wonderful group of students from the mechanical engineering, but they also collaborated with people from architecture. So you can see all these buildings and ideas. It's not only putting these blocks one by the other, but the whole concept, people from architecture probably thought about how it would look in general. So having minds collaborating from different fields, it's great. And, you know, you were asking me for some advice. So one of the things I can say that if you have good collaboration in the school with people from the arts, from the sciences, you know, different teachers, students with different skills, this would really can create a wonderful thing. So, and another interesting thing is that it was for Passover, but some of the students were were Arabic students, Druze, Muslims, and Christians, and seeing them working together, putting all their matzahs one by one, it was really funny and interesting also.
I think that's a wonderful message about how STEM really brings people together, as opposed to the separation that you had between subjects and separating each student. You have to memorize this and that. STEM is really project-based and an opportunity for people to enjoy working together.